In this video, we're going to go over a series of steps for the virtual assistants and really for anyone that might be in the field in order to count the number of window panes accurately. So by doing this, we're going to look at some pictures. And these pictures are of the four sides of a house of a given customer's home, where all of these are numbered. I edited these prior, obviously, so that we can count them properly. But the point, the most helpful tip for counting window panes is each piece of glass is one pane. So we're counting panes in the case of window cleaning. So all these are numbered. Each number represents a pane. Most windows that open and close, like slide back and forth, one stationary side, one that slides, it opens and closes. Most of those are going to have two. Sometimes a window, which some people can confuse a window being like the combination of 1 and 2 or 3 and 4 or 5 and 6. You know, that could be a window. Some people call that a window. We're counting window panes, so individual pieces of glass. So most windows are going to have two pieces of glass, like a sliding glass door that moves back and forth. But some windows can even have three, I think is realistically the most that I've seen on a given window, like two that move on tracks and then one that's stationary in the middle. But by looking at these pictures, we're going to count the panes of the four sides of a given customer's homes. This is kind of representing the pictures, the series of pictures that the customer is going to take so that they can get provided with a quote. We need these pictures so that we can count the panes so that we can provide a quote. And also collect home model information. That might be another instance in which you're collecting this data. But let's go through these series of pictures where obviously you can see each of them represents a window pane. So there's 6 in this picture. The next photo, looks like around the corner, perhaps 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 4 additional pieces of glass. After that, in the backyard, there's a bunch. Typically, when people are taking a picture of the backyard, the sliding glass door, 11 and 12, right there. And then other windows counting up to 23. Check the corners. It's obviously harder to see in the corners, especially with the text over it. But most of them are going to look like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's a very common combination in backyards. Many windows are going to look, in a similar configuration. So there's 23 total, including the first picture. So we're summing them up. Look at 24 and 25 by like the barbecue area, it looks like. And then watch out for replicated photos. So look at the sliding glass door, for instance, that's replicated as well as in the prior picture. So don't count it again. And then same with the windows further to the right of it. Those are duplicated too. So I put an X. Do not double count windows. Try not to, at least. So we're up to 25, and then we're around the corner again. There's a bunch more window panes. You can count all the way up to 37, each of the individual pieces of glass. Then we're going to go to the front of the house. Make sure by looking at these pictures, you're representing the entire perimeter of the home where the windows might be. Don't, forget a side, for instance. And then notice here, it counts up to 41, the actual window panes. Look at the window above the front door. It's a faux window. It's not actually visible to look through. It's oftentimes there for just appearance. You can kind of tell because it's black in the back. It doesn't really, show light. So sometimes it's a faux window. Try not to count those. But my bias is I'd rather you count too many panes than too little. So if you're confused, just count it. I'd rather you round up than round down. So count that window pane if you're confused, but realistically, that's a faux window. You don't have to count it. We don't have to clean it is the whole point. And then we're going to go around to the last picture, I think, the last series of window panes. So counting up to 44, that's believable. 4 sides of the house, taking all the pictures, the customer sending these. We counted up to 44, and then we use that stuff, this data for the quotes as well as the home model information. So that's the process to count window panes on the perimeter of a home using the pictures that the customer provides.